You click to find out which restaurants seniors should avoid. You're in the right place. Because the discount that looks friendly on the menu often hides a trade, smaller portions, thinner meats, and pre-prepped components that push sodium up while quality slides down. Stay with me. We'll walk through 6 big names: Denny's, Applebee's, Golden Corral, IHOP, Buffalo Wild Wings, Taco Bell, and show how cost-cutting shows up on your plate and in the room around you. By the end, you'll know the exact questions to ask so a deal doesn't cost you your health. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. If a senior deal trims your bill but also trims your protein and swaps in pre-prepped parts, is it still a deal? Let's start with the bait and switch that hides in plain sight. Chains sell value while the back of house shifts to smaller cuts, pre-cooked pieces, and fast assembly. You save a few dollars. You also lose the stuff you actually came for: fresh protein, steady fiber, and made-to-order prep that keeps salt and fats in check. The plate still looks like diner comfort: eggs, bacon, toast, hash browns. But here's the kicker. The build has changed. Bacon goes thinner and drier. Eggs are poured from cartons or pre-cracked tubs. Sides come out of a microwave or a steam well.
One of the group's hardest hit: older adults. Melissa Jensen is with DC Hunger Solutions.
And in her decades of work with nutrition and older adults, she says 25 to 50% of her patients had some degree of malnutrition.
She explains why older people are often unsure about where their next meal is actually coming from.
It's the same movie poster with a different cast. Take Denny's and the 55-plus lineup. Former staff say those omelets for seniors are batched hours before the rush, while the standard menu sees made-to-order eggs. Senior plates may land with leaner slices of meat that cook faster and cost less. That lighter portion is not just calorie control. It is cost control. Why does that matter? When eggs wait in a tub or a jug, air meets yolk, and oxidation ramps up.
How are older adults affected by food insecurity in DC?
So our menus have to be written to meet that level. However, that's translated into good recipes.
According to the National Foundation to End Senior Hunger, 11% of seniors in DC don't have enough access to food.
It's like cutting an apple and letting it sit. You still get an apple, but it is not the same apple. Vacuum-sealed items and bagged sauces ride the same line. They hold longer because they lean on sodium and preservatives. For seniors watching pressure, kidneys, or meds that mess with fluid balance, that bump in salt and the drop in fiber from sides like white toast and hash browns is a lousy trade.
And 20% of seniors are at risk of crossing into that category.
So we know by science what that population needs for protein, macronutrients, micronutrients.
Melissa says there are several factors putting older adults at a disadvantage.
A lot of them are on a fixed income.
Now let's move on to Applebee's. A former line cook laid out the system. Mains arrive pre-cooked and frozen, sauces warm up in vacuum-sealed bags, and the grill is more of a reheat station. When scratch work fades, salt usually takes the lead to deliver taste. A healthy pick can carry a full day's salt before you add a side. You get speed and sameness. You also get a quiet climb in sodium that does not show up on the server's smile. Buffets add a different hazard. Golden Corral builds for shelf life. Heavy salt, long hold times, big trays chosen to survive the early bird wave and the dinner rush.
A lot of them have special nutritional needs. They have rising housing costs, often rising medical costs.
Registered dietitian Candace Johnson says good tasting and delicious looking food go a long way in curing malnourishment.
And so with all that, it really compounds the food insecurity. And we often see older adults having to make decisions like, do I eat food that I know is better?
Seniors get a discount, but trays in those off hours might be the second act of last night's show. Heat lamps can be finicky. Holding pans can drift. That matters more as bodies get less forgiving. A small case of food poisoning for a 30-year-old is a weekend inconvenience. For someone over 60, it could mean hospitalization. That is not drama. That is biology and time. And the room tells you something. Louder music. Brighter screens. faster turns. Staff trained to rotate quicker through tables that won't linger or tip big. The message is simple.
Food insecurity in DC has been growing for years, and the major obstacles are not only financial but also logistical.
Make sure we're not adding no preservative. When you are eating something that tastes good, it helps you feel good.
Hospitalized people 60 and older were admitted with some level of malnutrition, and then according to the National Institutes of Health, a hospital stay.
Seniors are not the priority. That rush pushes kitchens to preload items and lean on hot wells so plates fly. Quality slides when clocks rule the line. IHOP shows how little things add up. Pre-cracked eggs, cartons, frozen batters, microwaved sides, syrups with more than sugar.
Isn't laughing. He takes his food seriously, and the dishes he serves are made to look, smell, and taste great.
To make sure the entrees that we are giving you do give you energy, make you feel good.
A lighter, senior sampler can still beat a drive-through combo on sodium. The problem hides in plain view. Sausage patties with preservatives. Pancake mixes that ride in trucks and sit in walk-ins. By the time your plate hits the table, the salt did the heavy lifting. Buffalo Wild Wings and Taco Bell sit on the same spectrum. Pre-breaded wings par-cooked and finished in a fryer.
Well, first, we make everything from scratch. And by cooking from scratch, we're able to control the amount of sodium.
Focusing on a balance of nutrition and good taste is their solution to malnutrition.
We work with the dietitians.
Sauces pumped from plastic bags with shelf-stable lives. One routine order can bring in near a full day of sodium in a single sitting. At the Bell, beef that is pre-cooked and vacuum-sealed, lettuce that has seen some days, and a basic burrito that crosses 1,000 milligrams of salt without blinking. Staff shorthand says it all: we assemble, not cook. So, what do you do right now? Ask 3 precise questions. Are the eggs cracked to order, or are they from a carton? Is the bacon the same cut as the standard menu, or a lighter slice for seniors? How long has that dish been held or parked under a heat lamp? Clear answers tell you if the discount is a trade or a trap. Now let's get specific. 6 brands, 6 ways the cut corners show up on your plate, and exactly what to say at the counter to protect your health. The truth is, a discount without clarity is not value. Your leverage is simple. Ask how it's prepped, not just what it costs. Fresh or pre-prepped? Held or cooked to order? Salt added in the pan or baked into the bag? Those answers protect you. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and drop the one question you'll ask on your next dine out. You might help someone dodge a soggy, staged plate. Next, we'll test menu a healthy senior pick and see if the sodium matches the promise. Let's start with a grilled chicken entree and follow it from freezer to fork.